Today I'm going to show you how to set up a fully enclosed photo booth in less than 5 minutes. I believe we're the only company out there which lets the user or the photo booth operator set up in less than 5 minutes. Everything is all completely automatic, from your lighting settings to your printer settings to your camera settings and your software. Okay, so the first thing what you need to do, put your high-tide printer into the printer box, which is the bottom box. Do note that you have to first put the printer in before you can set up anything else. And notice you need to push the printer just a little bit behind, so when the photos drop down, you can put your hand in and grab out your photo so that it's not all the way up to the wall, and that will just block the paper from coming out. Alright, second thing is you need to plug in your USB cable to the printer, and then the power cable to the printer. Once you've done that, you need to add the top box on top of this, and it's really lightweight for just one person to carry. Tilt the box up, bend your knees, carry it up. That's how light it is. It's really light, but it's also going to be really stable. It's engineered that way for it to be stable as well. Now the first thing what you want to do is, once you add the top box on top, is just line it up correctly. Just make sure you come on this side as well, and make sure you line it up correctly. There you go. And what we're going to do is, with a nut and a wing nut, I don't know if the camera is able to catch that, we're going to put bolts through. So the first bolt, you got to lift the front panel up. The front panel is also there just in case you do run out of paper and you need to access the printer to open up the paper chute. This is your front panel, which opens up, and right on top you have a hole that you can put your nut and bolt through, and that just basically secures the top and bottom box securely. So you want to do that on this side, and then you want to do it on the other side as well, which has the same mechanics, so to speak, where you have your flap that you can open and you can add in your bolt and nut. So once you've done that, then you open up your backdrop. Now this is the second or the third part of the photo booth, and look how light that is. That's your full backdrop right there. It's really easy to take upstairs to set it up, just for one person to use. I'm a really small guy, and I really find it with ease just to set this up. And it's basically made for you to be in and out of the venue as quickly as possible. Alright, so you open up your doors, and then all you've got to do is flip the back like that. Alright, and you do have a latch inside, and you can latch that up. Now latch this side, latch that up, and it's completely solid, it's completely stable, it's lightweight. Now the next thing what you want to do is just adjust the distance from here to the actual booth. As you've got two connecting rods that go right across the actual photo booth. So you place your first rod on top and that away. Attach your nut and bolt to the first corner. Now you're going to attach your nut and bolt to the backdrop. Now it's got two holes here where you can adjust the actual length of the backdrop. So usually if the venue's got a bit of space, I do push it a little bit back so you've got a good distance to come through. And through this rod you can throw in a red curtain or a black curtain. For the purpose of the demonstration of this video, I'm not going to set it up. Only call the other connecting rod and put it onto the other side of the photo booth. Once you're done, literally all you have to do is go to connect the printer and the power card. So as you can see, the power card will be hooked up, easy to access, which is right there, and right below will be your power cord. Your power cord from the, so you've got to connect your bottom box to the top box. The top power, the bottom is the bottom power. Put that through, nice and easy. Then you gotta, now you can leave the printer USB cable connected to the PC, but that just means you've got to wind up one more cord when you're packing it up. I just prefer just to disconnect the USB from the PC. It just makes it a little bit more safer during transport. So now the printer USB, you've got it connected to the USB on the PC, which is marked with a blue color, right? So where you see the blue color, you just pop in your USB to the printer like that, and connect your power cord at the back of the photo booth and turn it on. You won't believe the number of times I've done this. Hopefully it's coming out clear on the video. Last one. Here you can select your effects. You can go black and white. I believe that's sepia. There are all sorts of different effects on it. Next screen sends it straight to the printer. Just make sure that you do have your printer on and there are enough, there's sufficient paper and ribbon in there. It gives you a preview of the shots on your left hand side. You can email it to yourself, you can Facebook it. Now I'm not connected it to the internet, to the Wi-Fi, so you don't see that coming up. Or you can put it on Twitter, hit done. Now as you can see, I've put duct tape right along the border of the door. That's just to protect it during transport, but you can just easily just remove the duct tape. Also, you'll notice onto the left top hand corner, you'll see a little lock. That's if you want to come out of the software. You click on that and you put in your code 54321. And it unlocks the software and you actually come out of it. Okay, you can go into the templates. This is the most function that you'll be playing around with, as most people would want to write their names and everything down there. If they want to change it to like a postcard sort of a style, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 photos, and you can add and change texting around however way you like. But for now, I'm going to put it on strips, as most people prefer the strips. Now, what else? Printer settings, you wouldn't want to touch that just as yet, just because I don't want you to mess around with it. Once you familiarize yourself with the software, then we can go into the printer settings, or I can even email you or video chat you to show you how different things operate. Now, there's the settings tab as well. Under settings, you have different functionalities that you can cater to. Now, let me see if I can zoom in on that. If you'll be able to see closer, I think that's the best that I can do with that. You can change the pin on your computer. I would suggest don't mess with the directories. Export second copy of prints to, and you can browse and choose a USB, so that when you do, I'm just going to zoom out. There we go, because it's not concentrating on that. But anyways, I can guide you through it. Once you have the photo booth in front of you, you have different preferences. Preferably, I wouldn't want you to go through this, only because it could mess up the whole software. But just have a look through, and if you do have any questions in regards to that, just give me a call or email me, and I will do my best to reply to it. So just make sure when you're taking out the cable, just to hold the actual switch and then just pull this out. Because if you try to just yank it out, you could just rip out the actual socket.